Good morning, student. My name is Bharti Dijbratar and I am going to teach you computer in 7th standard. So today we are going to learn our first chapter, Introduction to Computers. So you know that computer is an electronic machine. It is very fast machine and it is used in every field like home, science, shop, education, marketing, banking, animation, etc. It is very useful machine. We use computer to listen songs, to watch movies, videos, to use internet for different tasks. We use computer to send emails, etc. We also use computer to play games. Now today we are going to learn what is the meaning of computer system. So before learning computer system, first we should know the meaning of system. System is made up of by connecting number of units to each other. For example, I am giving you one example to make you understand what is the meaning of system. So, example of system is our school system. School system is not made up of only of teachers. It is not made up of only of students. It is made up of teachers, students, principal, peons, and working and non-working staff. Similarly, computer is not made up of only one device. It is made up of by connecting number of devices to each other. So here in computer system there are different types of devices. First is input device. What is the meaning of input device? Input devices means the devices which is used to enter information in the computer. For example, this keyboard and mouse is the input device which is we use to enter data into the computer. Then our next device is output device. Output device is used to show the processed result of the computer. For example of output devices are speaker and monitor. Whatever the result will be obtained, it will be displayed on the monitor, and from the speaker you can listen the sound. So it means that it is showing the result, it is obtaining the result, so it is called output devices. Then our processing devices. So example of processing device is CPU. So CPU holds the data, it processes the data, that's why it is called the processing devices. Then next is storage device. So what is the meaning of storage device? Storage devices are the devices which stores the data. Now we will take one example. For example, suppose this is the 25 and 40. This is our data. And now we want to enter this data into the computer. So to enter this data we will use the keyboard, and now we want to do plus on these numbers. So with the help of keyboard we will add this number, okay, and it will be the processing, the addition of this number will be done in the processing devices, and these numbers will be held in the computer in storage device, and whatever the result will be obtained, it will be displayed on the output devices. So its result will be 65. So it will be displayed on the output devices, it means on monitor. This 25 and 40 will be entered through keyboard in the computer. It will be processed in processing device. This number 25 and 40 and 65 will be held in the storage device, and then last ultimate result will be displayed on output devices, means on monitor. There are two types of parts of computer system. One is hardware and second is software. So what is the meaning of hardware? Hardware means such type of devices which can be seen and which can be touched by the user. For example, we can touch the mouse, we can touch the keyboard, monitor, CPU, speaker. So these are the hardware devices. And what is the meaning of software? Software means such type of devices of computer which can't be touched by the user, which can't seen by the user. For example, the software like Paint, MS Word, Excel, games, calculator. These softwares are inbuilt in the computer. It will be inside the computer. We can't touch this software. So this is called the software devices. Now we will learn about different types of devices. So first we will learn about input devices. So our first input device is keyboard. As you know that you have seen the keyboard, and it has different types of keys. With the help of these keys we can enter the letters and numbers and symbols into the computer. Then next our device is mouse. By clicking on the mouse left button and right button, we can give the instruction to the computer. Then our next input device is scanner. Scanner is used to scan images, letter or photo into the computer. There are two types of scanners. One is flatbed scanner and second is handheld scanner. So this picture you can see that this is the picture of flatbed scanner and this is the picture of handheld scanner. So in this device, in flatbed scanner, how it works, you have to put the image or document or paper into this flatbed scanner, and then this device will scan that image and it will send that image or sign or picture into the computer. And next device is our second type is handheld scanner. In this scanner, what you have to do, you have to move this scanner on the paper like this, then it will scan that data and it will send into the computer. Then next our input device is MICR device. Its full form is magnetic ink character recognition. It is used to read the checks, banking checks, the checks which is used in bank. In that check, some letters are written in the form of magnetic form and which will be read by the this device. And then next our device is digital camera. Digital camera is used to take the photos. It has memory card also. So by connecting this digital camera with the help of data cable to the computer, we can send that images into the computer. The next our device is drawing tablet. So you can see here the picture of the digital camera. It has memory card and it has the card reader. In memory card your pictures will be stored, and card reader, with the help of the card reader you can send its picture into the computer. And then next is drawing tablet. It has one board with pen and it will be connected, this board will be connected to the computer. So whatever you will write on this board, it will be saved in the computer. Then next is touch screen monitor. It has such type of screen where you can touch the screen with the help of finger and you can enter the information into the computer. Such type of screen you will see in the ATM machine. Our next device is output devices. So it is used to display the output generated by the computer to the user. So our first output device is monitor. So this is the picture of monitor. Whatever the result will be generated by computer, it will be displayed on the monitor. You can see the videos, pictures or the generated result on the monitor. And then our next output device is speaker. So whatever the song you will play or click or select, that song you can listen by the speaker. Then next our output device is printer. So whatever the information will be in the computer, that information can be displayed on the paper with the help of printer. So there are three types of printer: dot matrix printer, then inkjet printer and then laser printer. So now we will see dot matrix printer. So this dot matrix printer look like this, and it has a movable head and it strike on the paper and it forms the letter in the form of dot. And next is our inkjet printer. It look like this, and it forms the letter by spraying the ink on the paper. And then next is laser printer. It look like this, and it use the laser technology, laser light technology, and it gives the best quality of output, and it is very expensive device. And then next our device is LCD projector. Okay, before learning LCD projector, printer machine also provide the 3D printing. So you should know what is the meaning of 2D printing, 2D and 3D. 2D means this simple paper. You can see that, yes, it is rectangular paper. It is called 2D. And the 3D, this object, you can see that it has a body from front side, back side, left side, right side. So this is called 3D object, and this is rectangular shape which doesn't have any body. This is called 2D. So nowadays such type of advanced technology is available which can make the 3D printing also. Then next is LCD projector. So now first we will see the picture of the LCD projector. This is the picture of LCD projector, and it is used to see movies or videos on the large screen. From this device, light fall from the light panel on the surface, and it forms the videos and images on the large screen. And then next is our output device is plotter. Plotter is used to make big constructing maps, big banners, big images. So there are 3 types of plotter: drum, flatbed and inkjet. So now we will see the picture of drum plotter. This is the picture of drum plotter. It consists of the drum. It has one drum. When we put the paper inside, the drum will roll and it will form the picture on the paper. Then next is flatbed plotter. When we put any cloth, banner or paper inside this plotter, so its head will move like this and it will form the picture on the paper. And then next is inkjet plotter. So this plotter will form the image pictures on the paper or banner by spraying the ink on the paper. Next device is processing device. It processes on data, that's why it is called processing device. CPU is called processing device. So the full form of CPU is Central Processing Unit. It is made up of 3 parts: ALU, CU and MU. The full form of ALU is Arithmetic Logical Unit. It performs arithmetical and logical operation on the data. Arithmetical operation such type of function will come: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. In logical operation, such type of operation will come: less than, greater than, and or. And then CU, its full form is control unit, and as its name tells, its function, so its function is to control different units of the computer system. It controls different operation of the computer, and it also sends data from memory to arithmetical logical unit, and after performing process on that data, the result will be sent from ALU to MU by the CU. Then our next unit is MU, memory unit, which is used to store the data. So next device is storage device, which is also called computer memory. There are 2 types of storage device. One is primary memory and one is secondary memory. The primary memory is also called working memory, internal memory or main memory of the computer. Then that primary memory is further divided into 2 parts: one is RAM and then one is ROM. Full form of RAM is random access memory and the full form of ROM is read-only memory. So RAM can send and receive data very fast in the computer. It can store data for very short time. Next device is a storage device. It is also called computer memory. It is used to store data and information into the computer. Storage device is further divided into two parts, primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is also called internal memory, main memory or working memory. Primary memory is divided into two parts, RAM and ROM. Full form of RAM is random access memory and full form of ROM is read-only memory. RAM is capable to send and receive data at very high speed. It can store data for very short time. It stores data temporarily. Means if we enter any data into the computer and if we will not store that data, means if we will not save that data, then after switching off the computer, that data will be lost. Then ROM. In ROM, such type of instructions are saved which are necessary to control the computer, and these instructions are stored by the manufacturer into the computer, and this is the permanent memory, means it stores that instruction permanently. So here we can see the picture of the RAM and ROM. This is the picture of RAM and this is the picture of ROM. Then the second type of the memory is secondary memory. It is also called the external memory because it resides outside the computer. This memory we can connect from outside to the computer. There are three types of secondary memory: hard disk, CD, pen drive. It is very cheaper than primary memory. It can store data for a long time. For example, after entering the data, if we will save that data, then that data will be saved in the secondary memory, and this data will be saved in secondary memory for a long time. It will save data permanently. This hard disk can be put in the computer externally. This CD you can put in the computer externally and then you can retrieve also, and this pen drive also you can connect externally to the computer, and then after finishing your work you can retrieve or take out your pen drive. That's why it is called the secondary memory.